Gus Mollasis, I sleep with the fishes. We're over here at the Selby Botanical Gardens. They're honoring Bill Paxton, filmmaker extraordinaire. You've seen him in Twister, Apollo 13, Titanic, huge career. He's in Big Love right now. They're honoring him today at the Sarasota Film Festival. It's a great event. It's one of the fun things and beautiful things about our great city. Gus Mollasis here at Sarasota Film Festival for MySarasotaTV.com. I'll see you guys at the movies. Sorry. Gus Mollasis at the movies and MySarasotaTV.com. I'm a big fan.
Thanks.
I have been for a long time. Your career reminds me a lot of a Michigander that I know, a little Jeff Daniels cat that lives in Ann Arbor.
No kidding. Yeah, I was talking about Ann Arbor earlier.
Yeah.
Is that where he lives?
Well, I'm from there. I'm from the area. So you've done a lot of different things. And you mentioned Stella Adler.
Yes,
you could
Stella
talk a little
Adler,
bit
you
about
bet.
what she brings to the game for you, what she taught you about the craft.
Stella Adler was, she was Marlon Brando's teacher. You really don't need to say much more than that. He reinvented modern film acting, pretty much modern acting in general, I think through her and Elia Kazan, he credited with his two greatest teachers. I'd wanted to go to film school.
Mm-hmm.
I went out to Hollywood when I was 18 years old, and I'd worked behind the scenes on various, productions, mostly in the art department for about 3 years. And I applied to USC and UCLA, but I was denied because I had really horrible SAT scores, which kind of made me a little bitter at the time, because here I'd worked in the industry, and I had films in the Ann Arbor Film Festival. And I couldn't get into school, but I heard about this program that NYU was starting where you could take academics down in Washington Square towards a BA, but you could also study at a professional school. And there were four. They had Lee Strasberg's Institute. They had Stella Adler. Pardon me. They had they had Circle in the Square. There were a lot of people at the Neighborhood Playhouse studying with Sandy Miser. And they had one called the Experimental Wing, and of all those disciplines, I wanted to study with Stella Adler. She was very tough.
She's a hero of yours, then, along with Ben Hogan and Chaplin. You mentioned.
There's great performances you see all the time. I just saw an incredibly remarkable, inspirational performance by John Ritter's son, Jason Ritter.
He's been here.
He's got a movie, a great guy, but a very humble guy, but he just did a movie that Fred Durst, of all people, directed called The Education of Charlie Banks, and his performance in there as Mick is to me, it's like if I was a studio head, I'd say, let's put a vehicle behind this kid.
Mm-hmm. He's a nice young man. He loved his dad. And
tore it up, though.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
I find that inspiring, and I'm sure there's a lot of performance. I heard The Messenger's very good.
Fabulous film.
I heard Samantha Morton puts on a clinic.
Woody was great. They were all
so
great.
Woody Harrelson, he's a dynamite actor. God,
what do you tell folks out there who are trying to make it? And this is again the liking of Jeff Daniels. Jeff Daniels wrote that great album. I don't know if you ever heard Jeff sing. He sings. He's pretty cool.
He sings. He dances. I hate the guy.
No,
he's great on Broadway.
But he talked about quitting a number of times, and it was a letter from mom, and that kind of thing. What got you through that point? I know, thank God you had those bad SAT scores, but beyond that, what helped you get through those dark times? Or
pure stupidity. I went out to Hollywood when I was very young and very naive, and I think by the time I realized, wow, I'm 27 years old, I'm throwing the newspaper. I got friends that are getting out of medical school right now. Maybe this isn't going to work out.
No, they're throwing the newspaper.
Maybe this isn't such a hot idea.
Yeah.
Gee, Dad, I don't know. You want to come back and work for the lumber business, you're welcome to. I think I'll stick it out here another year. And I remember one time, the first time I got a day's work was on a NBC pilot. It was called The 6 O'Clock Follies. It was they were trying to do a MASH kind of Vietnam thing with the Armed Service Radio and Television Network that was there. And it was kind of a Good Morning Vietnam kind of a thing, the thing that Robin Williams did so well. And I only had one line in this thing, and I remember taking off my makeup. We're in the Honey Wagon. The Honey Wagon's the long trailer with all the little kind of cubicles, and I'm washing in the little basin there. And I look in the mirror and I say, next year I'm going to get 2 days' work.
Beautiful. You know
I
what?
mean, it's so stupid. I mean, yeah, what are you
Bill,
who are you kidding?
congratulations. Thanks for your
Thank
time,
you.
and a lot of people want to talk to you. Thanks.
Great, my
Continued
pleasure.
success from TV and film and whatever you do.
All
Even
right.
even shagging the balls.